Second and third degree burns on their face. Despite their injuries and with total disregard for their own safety, they worked to get each other free from the wreckage and pulled a badly injured and burned Lieutenant Lauren Ginter from the wreckage to safety. Sadly, 5 crew members, Major Bill Bennett, Larry Mayfield, Master Sergeant Steve Kish, Staff Sergeant Stephen Balthair, and Staff Sergeant Harry Parsons did not make it. Notwithstanding Tech Sergeants Woods and Gerke's heroic rescue efforts and the valiant medical efforts, Lieutenant Ginter became the 6th and final crew member to die in the crash. After several hours, we finally got the injured to the medical station, and a long night was finally and mercifully coming to an end. Some of the survivors sat and reflected on the crash, replaying each event. Others talked of families and changing priorities. Everyone remembered our friends who didn't make it. After spending 1.5 anxious days at Shemya, the crews of 664 were finally medevaced to Elmendorf Regional Hospital and began what was for some a lengthy recovery. In the end, 18 crew members survived and 6 died performing the mission of the Cobra Ball on March 15, 1981. Captain Van Horn, Lieutenant Crooks, Tech Sergeant Gerke, and Woods all received Airman's Medals for their life-saving efforts that day. Tech Sergeant Gerke and Woods also won the Cheney Award for their act of valor, extreme fortitude, and self-sacrifice. March 15, 1981 changed the lives of many people and many families. I took away many things as a result of the experience that defined me in my Air Force career. One was that safety always comes first. You need to know your limits, your abilities, and the risk involved in each situation, and never sacrifice safety. This experience also instilled in me to always be a strong and decisive leader, to never shy away from tough decisions and the responsibility to make the right decisions. But what I remember most is that throughout this whole ordeal, the crews were gallant, courageous, and exhibited a great deal of compassion for each other. Whether it was pulling each other from the burning wreckage, or pulling survivors from snowdrifts, driving the ambulances to the medical stations, or administering first aid, crew dogs helped crew dogs, and crew dogs came through for each other during the worst of times. Crews of Cobra Ball 612-664 have left a legacy of courage, dedication, excellence, and sacrifice. The inscription on the monument reads, "We carry on resolved to honor your memory." I have been in the 55th Wing 3 different times, and I know that you and those that have gone before you have carried on and lived up to this legacy, and in doing so have honored the crews of Cobra Ball 612-664. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel James, for those inspirational words. We will now present the wreath as a memorial to our fallen comrades. Following are the individuals who passed on that fateful day. Major William R. Bennett, Captain Larry A. Mayfield, First Lieutenant Lauren O. Ginter, Master Sergeant Stephen L. Kish, Staff Sergeant Stephen C. Balser, and Staff Sergeant Harry L. Parsons III. The 6th aircrew here symbolize the aircrew just named. You guys can follow. by for the playing of the taps. I'd like to remind all military members in uniform to render the proper salute for the playing of taps. I'd like to thank everyone for attending today's ceremony. Special thanks to General Cohen, Colonel Petrick, Colonel Jeans, Major Hammershock, Captain Dobbs, and the Offutt Air Force Base Honor Guard. I would also like to thank the Wildcat Activity Advisory Council for providing the food for today's ceremony, and I'd like to also thank everyone who helped me put this on. This concludes today's ceremony. Please join us all in the Squadron Lounge for food and refreshments. Thank you.
Put the hand in the crowd. Oh, hey, Justin, man. Just panning the crowd. Just panning the crowd. We'll be. Yeah. How you doing, sir? Good. Okay, that's cool. That's all right. Hello. I thought you were living in Des Moines somewhere. I was. Did this work out? I gotta go halfway to Melbourne.